How you folks doing? Mike Watson coming at you from Watson's Wagons, and we're on our third model kit review. How do you like this wonderful 1:1 scale Willys MB? So this was my midlife crisis, right? This is a when you hit 49, 50 years old and the kids move out, and then you build something like this from the ground up. So I was able to do this because of the years of experience in building models and understanding mechanics and things like that, wrenching on stuff, of course, but being able to take your hobby and translate it into a real world vehicle. So this is why I chose the Willys as the subject matter for all of the reviews that I'm doing on the kits that I own. So I have probably 15 or so kits from different companies, different scales, which we're going to review individually, and those will be individual videos, and so they'll be posted here on Watson's Wagons. Look, I hope you enjoy them. I'm asking that you can come over here and push that little button that you see down in the corner and subscribe to our channel, and please watch. Check out all the other stuff that we have in there. We do a lot of I am doing a lot of maintenance on these vehicles, and working on an M151 and an M37 3/4 ton, but we're also incorporating the model kits as well. So not only do you get to see some good imagery of the real thing that you can use for your own modeling experience, but hey, we'll be building these kits as well and showing you what we're got going on. So for tonight, we're going to talk about Hasegawa. They have a 1/24 scale Willys MB, which comes with a 50 caliber machine gun, okay? And what we're gonna do is take this downstairs onto the table, open it up, and go through each of the sprues and give you a sense of what's going on inside of this model. I've had pretty good luck with this company on other kits, aircraft and things like that, but I'm not sure about the Willys MB. Copyright date on here is 2003. You can still get these kits out there. Just go on eBay and look for them. And again, it is 1/24 scale. Here's that side of the box. And we'll just do a rotation here and give you kind of a feel for what's going on. All right. And that's it. Nice box art too, right? Good enough for framing. All right, let's go. Let's check it out. We're back at the workbench, and you can see that I still have some blueprints laying out here. That's because I'm working on this wooden submarine model here for a friend of mine. And yeah, my first wood kit. It's coming along okay. All right, let's get the lid off of here and take a peek at what's inside this box. Instructions. Marking and painting guide right up front. Looks like we have 1, 2, 3, 4 different painting options. Actually, I mean, all the colors are probably pretty close, but the decals, I mean. Okay, we have our parts list, and there's quite a few sprues in this particular kit. A lot more sprues than the other 1/24 scale kit that we had from my Tallery. And obviously, this kit's built differently. The Tallery 1/24 scale kit has the frame rails that are separate with the leaf springs attached. This appears to have a separate complete frame assembly. A little bit more detail in the motor here, it appears. Okay. And do we have rubber tires? So anyways, yeah, interesting here. The springs have the shocks already mounted to them. So, it's interesting how each company designs and builds their process here. All right. Decals for the dash. The cowl and dash are separate. And going right into the figure. Okay. Let's take a peek at the kit. Here are the decals, and inside the same bag is the windshield. It does have the separate glass panels here, and I noticed there are no wiper blades attached to these, so that's good. Here's the figure. So the figure is, the main torso is in 2 pieces. It's in half. So this will be an interesting build. We've got 2, what do we got here? 2 different figures? No, I have a single figure with 2 different head options. Okay, a couple of different helmets. That's interesting. So I wonder what's different about it. Maybe one head's tilting a certain way, or maybe they're identical. Who knows? But that's it. That's the figure. Okay, this particular sprue right here, we are looking at the Modus. Okay, 50 caliber machine gun. The carrying handle looks a little bit large and out of place. And yeah, this is your M31C mount. It does have the little crank arm here, the little brass arm or whatever that's used to tighten down the cradle here for the 50 cal. But all of this is machine gun related. That's the support bar that goes, you know, up and supports the weapon into place. Seats, passenger side, driver side, and here we have another, you know, kind of a toyish looking engine compartment that we're going to be dealing with. The transmission and transfer case are molded in, as well as the bell housing, all in 2 groupings here instead of individual pieces like on the 1/35 scale. Engine is very basic and nothing to get excited about. Like most of the kits, the carburetor, intake manifold, and exhaust pipe are in 1 unit. And we've got our skid plate down here. I also noticed that most of the radiators on these kits have a top radiator piece with the hose and the gooseneck. You can see they tried to replicate something here. It just isn't that good. Now, one thing I do notice that you probably don't see in the camera is a portion of the radiator. There's a plate that goes right here, which is sort of tack welded or spot welded into place. Those details are actually on the top of that radiator, so that's kind of cool. Intake manifold, yeah, it can pass. You've got your spark plugs that are represented there. Air cleaner, crossover. This looks like a fuel pump that goes on the firewall. Here you have your oil canister. So very basic engine setup here. On this sprue we've got wheels and hubs. Now again, yeah, super basic hub situation. There's no indication on the inside of brake eccentrics, any of the indentations that you'd see on the smaller kits. Same problem here with the spare tire mount. It is not molded as hollow points through here. They're solid, and again, you won't see most of that, but it's a detail that probably shouldn't be missed, in my opinion. Okay, top bow assembly, same deal. 1, 2, 3 top bow pieces. Spartan horn. Okay, here we have our fire extinguisher. We've got our generator and belt assembly. Very basic design, and yeah, not too nothing to get excited about. This is the fuel sump. It looks like that's a portion of the fuel tank, but it's really the sump. So right here you have where your drain hole is, and yeah. So far, details are kind of lacking on this kit. Steering linkage, okay, it's all one piece. See this? Just like on the smaller 1/35 scale. And we have what's supposed to be a battery, a simulated battery, but it's only a portion of it. Cross member, frame, windshield frame. Inner frame is mounted to this already. It's part of it. And I can see that the windshield wipers are already integrated with that particular mold. Now, what I do like about this hood is that it does capture the seam right down the center of the hood, where some of the other kits don't. And but like most other kits, they have the headlights integrated with the radiator, you know, shroud, cowling, or whatever you want to call it. okay? These appear to be steering knuckles. Here's the rest of the vehicle. This is the rear panel of the tub, okay? And we have our firewall here. Rifle carrier with a M1 Garand mounted into it. Every other kit that we have so far, the axles are separate from the drive shafts, okay? Actually, these are called half shafts because you have a female and a male in, and these things slide in and out. And there are multiple grease fittings here on the real vehicle that you need to be concerned about. Looking at the crash pads right here, you have all your leaf springs with shocks are mounted, just like we saw in the directions. And right there is your torque reaction spring, okay? Grab handles, corner and side grab handles are present. Here's all your hat channels from underneath the body tub. Now, this particular body tub, 1/24 scale, you can see that it's got the majority of the body already, you know, molded into a single unit. The fenders aren't separate, neither are the interiors or the tops. The grille is molded right to this. Good thing about this is that when the headlights and stuff go in behind it, they will have that recessed appearance, which is what you want. No toolbox options there to open that up. And some of these details are just molded right in, and they don't even look accurate when it comes to the footrest, things like that. So there is no sump, right? And what they want you to do is they want you to glue that portion of the sump underneath to give it the illusion that you have a sump. And then right here, I'm guessing this is the fuel tank, okay? I didn't see it on any other sprue, but that's pretty sad. And in fact, that's exactly what it is. It's the fuel tank with the straps, and then you have two mounting points for your seat. So, yep. What year was this kit again? 2003. That makes sense. Technology wasn't available yet to really dial this stuff in, but they got the cover plate here for the master cylinder. They did a little bit of molding here for the transmission cover plate, and but I think it'll be a good 10-footer when the kit's finished. And thank goodness that the wheels are made out of rubber. All right. Where's my knife? Okay, nice rubber tires. Tires look pretty good. Non-directional tread. There are no side markings on it, so, you know, are they Firestones? Who knows? Goodyear? Who knows? Looks good though. We got 5 rubber tires. Okay, folks, well that's it, and I hope you enjoyed this little edition of the 1/24 scale Hasegawa Jeep Willys MB with a caliber 50 Modus machine gun. Not too bad. Hey, that wasn't too bad. So we got kind of a blend of the TACOM kit that we saw. There were some of the features that I noticed on this particular kit that TACOM did, the way that some of the suspension parts are made. But there is a lot that needs to be improved on this. Again, you know, as you get larger in scale, some of the details tend to suffer, and so it's left to us to look at things like this and then try to apply the corrections or the upgrades to the model kit. So hey, thanks for watching. I really appreciate everybody's support. Remember, chime in over here, click on that little Watson's Wagons button and subscribe. Maybe set a ringer on your on the device so you get notified every time that we upload a video. We'll probably do 3 or 4 of these reviews a week. And hey, you know, I gotta keep you guys fed and watered. So anyhow, look, I love this stuff. I love the hobby, and I know you guys do too. So thanks for watching, and have a great evening.